IRCC has announced changes to work permits for family members of temporary foreign workers in Canada. Some of these changes we knew were coming, as the government of Canada alluded to them in earlier announcements. Starting January 21st, 2025, some family members will no longer be eligible for work permits. And here are the details. So, dependent children will no longer be eligible for a work permit. Spousal work permits for foreign workers will now be limited to workers working in Tier 0 or Tier 1 occupations. Spouses of workers in Tiers 2 and 3 occupations can only apply for work permits if working in sectors with labor shortages or linked to government priorities, such as fields like natural and applied sciences, construction, healthcare, natural resources, education, sports, and military sectors. A full list of these sectors will be made available on January 21st, when the policy becomes effective. Spouses of workers in Tier 4 and 5 occupations will no longer be eligible for work permits. In addition, the primary foreign national in Canada must have at least 16 months remaining on their work permits when their spouse applies for the spousal open work permit. Existing work permits remain valid and will not be impacted by these changes. So these changes will affect spouses of work permit holders and spouses of applicants applying for postgraduate work permits. So as an example of those that may be impacted by these changes. So you may be impacted by this change if you are currently studying and intend to apply for a postgraduate work permit along with your spouse who may be currently in Canada on a work permit and who plans to apply for a new work permit at the same time. If you have a PR application in progress or your work permit was issued under a free trade agreement, you will not be impacted by these changes. So what should you do now? If you are impacted and can apply for your spousal work permit before January 21st, which is the effective date of these changes, you may want to do so to lock in your application before that date. Stay tuned for further updates and share this with others that might need to hear this important information.